Good morning student, Assalamu alaikum. So we start with the solution, the second sum of final accounts of Credit Cooperative Society. The name of the Credit Cooperative Society is Suhana Credit Cooperative Society. So we know that first whenever you start you have to write in the books of. So what is the book's name? In the books of Suhana Cooperative Credit Society Limited, Pune. Then you have to make profit and loss account for the year ended, whatever the year ended is given there. You have to write 31st March 2020, and then you have to make the columns expenditure rupees, income rupees, matlab debit and credit. Okay, so now we start on the expenditure side. First we know that you have to study the format very well and you have to solve the sum. The first part is on expenditure side, that is on debit side. Interest, you have to see in the question if any interest paid on deposit is given or not. So you can see in the question on the debit side of trial balance, interest on deposit is given as 80,000. You are taking that amount. Then you have to take again in expenditure side interest due on loans. This also is given in the trial balance 8,000. You take that. Then you have to add if any adjustment related to that is given or not. So you can see adjustment number second. You can see the adjustment, interest due to members deposit amounted to rupees 5,000. That 5,000 is taken from adjustment number second. You are adding that. So 80,000 plus 8,000 plus 5,000 will give you 93,000 in the outer column. Now second, as per the format comes bank charges. You have to see in the trial balance if bank charges are given or not. Since it is not given, you will write it as nil. Third is salaries and allowances of staff. Now this is already given in the question in the trial balance, salaries and allowances. Please see the amount everyone. Go through the trial balance. Salary and allowances is given how much, students? 30,000. You're transferring that from trial balance in the expenditure side. Then you are adding salary due but not paid. Since this is also given in the adjustment number 4th, salary due but not paid is considered to be outstanding. So outstanding means add. So you are adding that plus 300. 30,000 plus 300 gives you 30,300. Now next comes as per the format, fourth, contribution to staff provident fund. This is also given in the trial balance. You can see the amount is given as 2,000. You are transferring that in expenditure side. Fifth part, salary and allowances of managing director. You have to see in the trial balance if this is given or not. Since it is not given, you are writing it as nil. Then attendance fees and travelling expenses of directors and committee members. Again, attendance fees is not given in trial balance. You are writing it as nil. Seventh, travelling expenses of staff. This is given in the trial balance, students. You can see in the trial balance, travelling and conveyance is given as 600. That amount is considered to be travelling expenses of staff. So you are transferring that in expenditure side. Eighth one, rent, rates and taxes. This is again not given in trial balance. So you are writing it as nil. Ninth part, postage, telegram and telephone charges. This is also not given in the trial balance. You are writing it as nil. 10th part, printing and stationery. This is given in trial balance. You can see the amount is given as 400. So you are transferring that on expenditure side. 11th part, outstanding audit fees, or you can say unpaid audit fees. So you can see that if it's given in adjustment number 6, audit fees due unpaid for the year amounted to rupees 3,000. That is nothing but outstanding audit fees or unpaid audit fees. So that 3,000 will get transferred. 12th part, general expenses. This is not given in the trial balance. So it is considered to be as nil. 13th part, bad debts written off, or you can also say that provision for bad and doubtful debts. This is again not given either in trial balance or in adjustment, so it is considered to be as nil. 14th part, depreciation on fixed assets. You can see any fixed asset adjustment is there or not. You can see adjustment number 5th, students. Charge depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum of office furniture. So you can see in the question how much is given as office furniture. It is given as 7,000. You are taking out 10% on that and you get as 700 as depreciation on fixed asset, that is office furniture. Then 15th is land income and expenditure. It is nil, it will never be given. 16th is other items. Other items you have to see in the trial balance if it is given or not. Extra indirect expenses like office expense is given. It's 5,000, it is already given in trial balance, you transfer it in expenditure. Then again insurance premium is also given, that is also acting as indirect expense. So that comes again in expenditure side as 1,000. We have completed with the expenditure side. Now go on income side. Income is nothing but credit. Interest received on loans and advances. It is given on the credit side of trial balance 1,78,000 as interest received, that is income. So you are taking there. Then you have to see any other income is given or not. Again there is 2,000 which is given in adjustment. Adjustment number 3rd. Please see adjustment number 3rd, students. Interest accrued due but not received was rupees 2,000. That 2,000 will be added because it is received matlab income. So 1,78,000 plus 2,000 gives you 1,80,000 in outer column. Then second part comes dividend received on shares. If it's given in trial balance you have to take, since it is not given, received amount is not given. So it is nil. Commission received, again you have to check on credit side of trial balance. It is given here as 4,000. So that is considered to be as an income generated. Fourth part, miscellaneous income. In that you have to take all the parts. A is share transfer fee, B is rent, C is rebate in interest, D is sale of forms, E is other items, I is sundry income. Now sundry income is already given in the trial balance as 300. So you are taking as income over there. Fifth one is land income and expenditure. That is not given, so it is considered to be nil. So after completion of expenditure side and income side, you have to total both sides. Matlab debit side expenditure you will total, income you will total, credit side you will total. You have to take out the difference of both, minus of both, and the difference amount is coming as 48,300. That is considered to be as net profit. You can see on the expenditure side, net profit you are getting the difference value as 48,300, and the highest total will come on both the side, that is 1,84,300. The next slide, the balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. It would start with the liabilities amount, assets amount. On the liability side, first is the share capital. Under that, authorized capital you have to take. Authorized capital is given in adjustment first. You can see authorized share capital of the society was rupees 10 lakh divided into 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each. So you have to bifurcate that and take it in the outer column. 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each, you get 10 lakh. You have to write with a double line. Then you have to take issued and subscribed and called up capital. This amount you will take it from the share capital which is given in trial balance. You can see it is given as 7,50,000. You have to write that down. 75,000 shares of rupees 10 each called up and paid up in the balance sheet, and you take in the outer column 7,50,000. Then second is the reserve fund and other funds. In that you have to take reserve fund. Reserve fund is given in the trial balance as 50,000. You take that in the inner column. Then there is a rule on that reserve fund, 25% you have to calculate on last year's profit. Last year's profit is given 60,000 in the trial balance. On that 25% you take out and you get 15,000. You add both 50,000 plus 15,000, outer column 65,000. Then any kind of reserves or any kind of funds, if it is there, you have to take that also. Now since dividend equalization reserve is there in the trial balance, 18,000 you have taken that. Then cooperative development fund is also given in trial balance as 2,550, and there is an adjustment on that, adjustment number 7th. You can see there is a directors have proposed addition to cooperative development fund is 3,000. You add both and you take in the outer column 5,550. Third one is staff provident fund, which is already given in the trial balance as 20,000. You transfer there. Fourth is secured loan. This is not given, so it is considered to be nil. Fifth is unsecured loan. This is also not given, it is considered to be nil. Then sixth is deposits. Members deposit is given in the trial balance 22,47,750. You take that. Seventh is current liabilities. You can see any outstanding if is there in the adjustment you have to take. You can see adjustment salary outstanding is there 300 and unpaid audit fees is there 3,000. So these both things are already given. So you take both, okay, which is an adjustment. Eighth is unpaid dividend. You have to see if an unpaid dividend is given or not. To go through it. Okay, so unpaid dividend, you get how much? You have to calculate that. You have to do the calculation by dividend calculation. Now there is an adjustment 7th, dividend 5% on paid up share capital. You have to calculate paid up share capital, that is share capital minus calls in arrears. Share capital is given as 7,50,000. On that 5% you take out, you get 37,500. So that is going in provision in the unpaid dividend, minus with paid up dividend, that is 35,000, which is given in the trial balance. You deduct that and you get the answer as 2,500 in the outer column. Ninth is interest accrued due but not paid. It is not given, so it is nil. 10th is other liabilities. In that, interest due to members deposit, there is an adjustment on that. Adjustment number 2nd, 5,000 is there, you transfer that. Then 11th is profit and loss. If any profit and loss is given in the question, you have to take that. 11,000 is given. You can see in the trial balance 11,000 is given, profit and loss appropriation, as well as profit for the last year is also given 60,000, that also you will take. You add both, you get 71,000. Then all dividends which are paid up by that will be deducted. We calculated that 37,500 with the 5% that one calculation. You deduct that, you get 33,500. Any other fund or any reserve which has been proposed by the director, like cooperative development fund is also there and it was proposed, so that also will deduct. That is nothing but 3,000 given in adjustment. 33,500 minus 3,000 gives you 3,500. Then you have to deduct any profit amount. Any profit amount is there, you have to deduct that. Now you can see profit which one we got in profit and loss account, net profit as balancing figure. So that will be added. 48,300 will add and you get in the outer column 63,800. Okay, now go on the assets side. First is cash at bank. Cash in hand is 3,600, which is given in trial balance, you transfer that. Cash at bank, which is also given in trial balance, 14,000, you take that. Second is investments. Fixed deposit is given in the trial balance, 1,55,000 we transfer. Third is investment of staff. Since it is not given, it is nil. Fourth is loans and advances. Loans due from members is given in trial balance as 30 lakh. You take that. Fifth is sundry debtors. It is not given, so it is nil. Sixth is current asset. It is not given. It is nil. Fixed asset. Seventh, there is a calculation of office furniture. 7,000 is office furniture in trial balance. On that 10% depreciation is there in adjustment. So you calculate that. 700 you get. Deduct both and you get outer column 6,300. Eighth one is miscellaneous expenses and losses. Since it is not given, it is nil. Ninth is other items. Interest accrued due but not received. It's given in the credits. It's given in the adjustment number 3rd. 2,000 interest received, so you take that as an income. 10th is profit and loss, it is not given, it is nil. 11th is current losses, it is not given, it is nil. So you total both the side of the balance sheet, total on both the side you get 31,80,900 on both the side. And so we completed with the solution. Revise this. In the next lecture we'll continue this topic. Thank you.